Hello children, in this video I am going to explain you your next chapter, Saving the Tiger. Before we start this chapter, let's know about the writer. Shekhar Dattari is an award-winning wildlife filmmaker and conservationist. He has written 3 children's books and a number of articles on conservation, wildlife and filmmaker. Students, in this chapter writer has showed his personal experience of tiger at, at just age of 18. Let's start this chapter. I was 19 when I saw my first tiger in the wild, and it was very bit as thrilling as I had imagined. I was in Kanha Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh, seated on a young tame elephant that was barely 6 feet tall. The writer is saying that when he was at the age of 19, then he saw his first tiger in wild, and it was very bit as thrilling as he had imagined. It means it was very thrilling as he has imagined. And he was sitting on a young tame elephant, and that elephant is it was a young, that's why it's not too tall, it's 6 feet tall only. And they saw that Kanha Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh, and he was in Kanha Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh. The tiger, the elephant, and the teenage Mahavat were being trained to track tigers by more experienced trackers on much bigger elephants. The elephant and the teenage Mahavat. The Mahavat is teenage. What is Mahavat, student? Mahavat is a person who works with drives and look after an elephant. Okay, the elephant and that Mahavat were being trained. They were being trained to track tigers. To track tigers means to find tigers by following signs such as their footprints. Means they were being trained by more experienced trackers on much bigger elephant. I sat behind the boy Mahavat and and hung onto a rope for a dear life as the elephant struggled up a steep slope amidst thick bamboo. And the writer was sitting behind that boy Mahavat, and he was hung on a rope for dear life. For dear life, we can say, means the writer held on to rope as best as he could to avoid falling off. Means he was he he was trying that he will not fallen down. That's why he saying for dear life, means he want to save his life, and the writer held on to at the rope as best as he could avoid falling off. As the elephant struggled, means elephant was struggling up to a steep slope and amidst thick bamboo. Suddenly a flash of orange caught my eyes. There beside the narrow path sat handsome young tiger. Then suddenly there was a light. That light was a orange color. Flash of light caught his eyes. And what was there? There beside a narrow path and sat handsome young tiger. Means that there was a tiger. The the writer has saw that tiger, and it's looked very handsome young. For a heart stopping moment, and our eyes met in mutual surprise. The tiger was so close that it could have easily leaped onto our elephant and pulled us down, but it just sat there calmly looking at us with curiosity. Then they saw that there was a tiger, and they saw to each other. As the and that was a heart stopping moment for the writer, and they both saw to each other. Means the writer and the tiger, they saw to they saw to each other. The tiger was so close, means that tiger was so close to him that he can easily jump onto the elephant and pull them down from the elephant. But the tiger has not done this thing. He was just sitting there calmly. The tiger was sitting there calmly and looking at them with curiosity. Then, as my elephant gave a heave and climbed up to the top of the slope. Gave a heave means lifted itself with great effort, means he was going and climbing at the steep slope, and that he has tried lifted itself with great effort and climb up to the top of the slope, means that elephant was very young and he was struggling, and that elephant was struggling to climb up that slope, but that time that he has the climb on that slope. The orange cat disappeared from view. Since that day, several decades ago, I have had many close encounters with wild tigers during my career as a wild filmmaker, but the first glimpse will always remain special. In a moment that tiger has disappeared from there, means they can't see tiger, it was not sitting there, it moved from there. And since that, several decades ago, decades means students, a period of 10 years after that, several decades ago, the writer had many close encounters with the wild tigers during his wildlife filmmaker career. But that first glimpse that will always remain special for him is the when at the age of 19, when he saw that tiger first time, that was very special for him, and that will remain special always. Despite its status as our national animal, the tiger is highly endangered and less than 2000 survive in our forest. Students, as we know that tiger is our national animal, and despite this, the tiger is highly endangered. Endangered means when a very large number of animals of a particular kind are killed or disappear from a place where they are naturally found, such that there is a very large decrease in the population, they are said to be in danger. We can say that when the number decrease, when of animals, due to that hunting, when we kill animal due to for some reason, then we can say that animal is in danger. Then the tiger is also in danger, and on less than 2000 survive in our forest, according to Dr. Ullas Karnat, a leading tiger expert, and he was a leading tiger expert. India's forest can easily support 3000 more tigers if we do the right things. According to Dr. Ullas Karnat, he is saying that, and he is a leading tiger expert, that Indian forest can easily support 3000 more tigers. Means we can say the Indian forest can survive 5000. Means 2000 is now surviving now, and more 3000 can survive. It means then total number of tigers can survive 5000 if we do the right things for them. If we do the right things for tigers, then 5000 tigers can easily survive in Indian forest. This requires understanding what tigers need in order to survive, and taking determined steps to remove the threats they face. And what is the right things, student? This requires understanding. We should understand what the tigers need, how they can survive, and what we can do that they will survive, and we should take determined step to remove the threats, remove the problem, we can say, they are facing now. Most of us are aware that tiger poaching is a major threat. Every part of the tiger, be it, its skin, bones, or body part, is in high demand in China and parts of Southeast Asia, where the skin is used for decorative purpose and the bones and body parts are used as ingredients and in traditional medicines. But most of us are aware that tiger poaching is major threat. What is poaching? Poaching means hunting or killing animals illegally or lawfully. As we all know that to kill any animal is illegal, and most of the people know that this that we should not kill tiger, or that the tiger poaching is illegal. But every part of the tiger, and as we know that every part of the tiger, like its skin, bones and other body parts, is highly demand in many places like China and the parts of Southeast Asia. That parts, body, skin, bones and other parts are highly demanded in China and Southeast Asia. Why? Where the skin is food used for decorative purpose, the skins are used for decorative purpose, and bones and body parts are used as to make the traditional medicine. Means it's that bones and body parts are used as ingredients to make the medicine, traditional medicine. That's why that they kill, they do poaching, means they hunt or kill the tiger to take its skin, to take its body parts and to take its bones, to make decorative items and to make the medicine. Although there is no evidence of the efficacy of tiger products in treating illness, deep rooted superstitious beliefs fuel the increasing demand. Evidence means students, facts, science, etc., that make you believe that something is true. Although there's not any facts or evidence that the efficacy means effectiveness or success, that the medicine which are made through this ingredients, through the bones, by using the bones and body parts, are effective, and that medicines are successful. There's not any evidence that of the tiger products in treating illness, that if that medicines are effective, that it will medicines will cure that illness. There's not any evidence is given, there's not any facts, but instead of this they also kill and make medicine. And deep rooted superstitious belief fuel. Superstitious beliefs means students beliefs resulting from ignorance, fear of the unknown, trust in magic or chance or false ideas, which you ever had heard that on superstitious belief means that fear, ignorance and trust in magic and all this nonsense. And that superstitious beliefs do the work as a fuel. It works as a fuel, we can say. And that's why the increasing that increase the demand of the skin and body parts of the tiger, and that's why they kill or hunt the tiger. With tigers having been driven to extinction in most other Asian countries, our national parks and sanctuaries have become the main target of poachers. Two other facts worsen the impact of tiger poaching: habitat destruction and the poaching of prey animals. Driven to extinct means when animals of the same kind are killed in such large numbers such that there are no more individuals of that particular kind left. Now that tiger is in that position that it will going to extinct in most other Asian countries. And our national parks and sanctuaries, certain forests and similar areas with important plants and animals which are protected by the government, it is illegal to harm or destroy plants and animals in these areas. And in our national parks and sanctuaries have become the main target of poachers. It has become the main target for the poachers. They want to hunt animals and kill animals, means kill tigers there also. But the two most important factor is there that do the effect of that the extinction is that tiger poaching why they do poaching, matlab, there's most two important things we can say. Habitat. What is habitat? A place where a particular type of animal is normally found. Destruction. The destruction of that place means the destruction of habitat, and the poaching of prey animals is also very important. Two facts are very important, that these two, and these two reasons are very important. That's why the tiger are going to, or we can say driven to instincts. And we can say that these two factors worsen the impact of tiger poaching: habitat destruction and the poaching of prey animals. What are the poaching of prey animals? We will discuss in this paragraph. Several hundred years ago, most of India was clothed in forests, and tens of thousands of tigers roamed the length and breadth of the country. Clothed in means, clothed in we can say covered in, means several hundred years ago most of India was clothed in forest, means they most of the part of India covered with forest we can say, and tens of thousands of tigers roam and length and roamed in length and breadth of the country, means in all the parts of India the tiger roamed, means we can say in earlier time, means 100 years ago there were lots of number of tiger are there presented there, and the most of the part of country are covered with forest. But as the human population increased and agriculture expanded, forests were felled to such an extent that today tigers are confined to the green islands we call national parks and sanctuaries. But as the human population increased and agriculture expanded, as we know, if a population human population increase, then we need land, home to live. That's why they cut the forest, and they have expanded the agriculture, and forests were felled means cut down. The forest has cut down to make the houses and make many things, to such an extent that today tigers are confined. For these reasons, the tigers are confined only in green island we call national parks and sanctuaries, because there's not so many parks are there, and that's why the tigers are confined, limited there only, limited in greenlands as we call parks and sanctuaries. Another threat, and one that often goes unnoticed, is the rampant poaching of prey animals by people living around our nature reserves. And the most important thing, another threat that we didn't notice, that is rampant poaching. Rampant means increase in an uncontrolled manner, means large number of poaching we can say. Poaching, as I've told you student, hunting or killing animals illegally, the prey animals. And what the prey animals, what the animals means, that like tigers eat two other animals we can say like deer, and if we kill the deer, then what the tiger will eat. Okay, if we hunt that prey animals, then how that tiger will survive? If there's not enough food for them, then what they will eat and how they will survive? Suppose students, if we do not have eat food and water, and if we will not able to eat them, then how we will survive? There's not enough food, then we can't survive. The same thing happen with animal also. If there's not proper food for them, proper prey animals, then what they eat? Then this is the most important thing, and we didn't notice them. And there's a large number increase we can say, large number of poaching animals by people living around our nature reserves. The people who live near that nature reserves means area which are protected and managed in order to protect and animals living in them. And they means that people living the people living around that area, they hunt that animals means prey animals. That is the big reason also. using a variety of methods including snares, traps, guns, arrows, and poison. Huge numbers of deer, birds, and other animals are illegally hunted by people for meat. That people who hunt the animals use a variety of methods to kill them. Like they use snares. Snares means traps to catch birds and animals, usually with a nose made of wire and cord. They use snares, traps, guns, arrows, and poisons, and they kill huge number of deer, birds, and other animals illegally, and they kill them for meat and for other purpose also. When prey becomes scarce in the forest due to hunting, it affects the tiger population. A tigress that can raise 4 cubs in a forest with abundant prey may not be able to raise even 1 cub successfully in a forest where prey is scarce. Prey animal, student, as I've told you, an animal or bird that is killed and eaten by another animal or birds. When there's not enough prey, scarce means when there is not enough of something or it is there in very small quantity. When prey animal is very less in quantity, then it's also affect the population of tigers. If there's not enough food for tiger, then how they will survive? And student, even a tigress can raise 4 cubs. Mean they give the birth 4 cubs in a forest where there is a when there is a plenty of prey animal are there. Abundant means available in plenty. when there is when there is something in large number. If prey animals are presented there in large quantity, then a tigress can raise 4 cubs in a forest successfully. And now, but without that prey animal, she can't be able that tigress can't be able to raise even a 1 cub successfully in a forest where their prey is not in enough quantity. Students, as I've told you that the two factors that impact on the tiger population is the habitat destruction habitat. Why? Because as I've told you, the increase of the human population, and when the human population increase, then they spoil the forest, they cut down the trees, and that's why they will destroy the habitat of that animals. And second is the poaching of prey animals. As I've told you, if we kill the animals prey animals, then there's not enough food for tigers or other animals, and that's why they can't be able to survive.